If a girl says no, that means try harder.
Oh. That's how people end up in jail.
And I mean, just go to college and you'll succeed by default.
I got told that uni was really important. Go to uni, you have to get a degree. If you just wait for something
I
good
am
to happen,
waiting. Give me something. Don't think it works.
Say, Daddy Deeps, I really like this.
No,
and-
my kids aren't calling me daddy.
Well, maybe your 16-year-old daughter, perhaps. Hey, Daddy.
Dude, what
what
the
the
I
hell?
don't know. Dad,
Why would they call you daddy?
Sorry.
What
All
is
right.
wrong with you?
Dad.
Dad.
Sorry.
But
But Dad.
I want to be Guy Sebastian.
but we need to take you to. Well, see. At this point, if you're gonna keep,
You suck, man.
Cameras work?
They're all recording.
This one's black screen. Black screen, bro. Is it actually? Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, we'll review it.
Living the dream, boys. Living the dream.
How are we feeling, lads?
Oh, good.
excited.
Yeah?
Excited, very excited. I think for this last week, for me at least, I've been running on this different level of energy. So I want to be able to
some different aura right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think the only way to push past anything for me now is just ascending, just to ascend.
It's like when
Continue
Goku
ascending.
becomes Super
Mind
Saiyan,
you,
you got no choice.
Your
You got
word
no
of-
choice,
Your word
correct.
of the year was do. I very clearly remember this.
Yes.
Oh, it was.
It was.
What was
Yes.
your word of
Mine
the-
was balance.
and mine was consistency.
Do you feel like you guys are both living up to that?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm happy
Yeah.
with I'm happy
good.
with my output. at
Could
this
be
point.
better though.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, there's
Could
always
be
room
better.
for improvement.
From this moment onwards.
From now.
Right
this,
now.
From this
Balance.
More.
podcast. More consistent. Yeah, okay. That's good.
How's the
All right.
weekend?
Awesome. Yeah, good. I was with you.
That's right.
We did a
You
seminar.
were. You were.
Yeah. You guys also met my partner, which is exciting.
Yes. Are we able to talk about that
We
here?
can
or-
at a very, very basic.
Well, I've got nothing bad to say, so.
I'm very happy about that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I've just felt like
She probably will be listening to this though.
What's up?
Hi.
No, yeah, like I suppose not going into detail, but I want to actually open a broader conversation about it. What do you guys generally look for when it comes to when your friends introduce a partner? Because we've been in scenarios before. This isn't even a segment that I even planned for, but I'm just going to open it
You
into
just
it.
go with the flow.
We've been in scenarios before where our friends within our group circles have introduced their previous partners to us, right? And I guess there's always a sense of like acceptance we'll try and create in that scenario. But is there something that you guys kind of have where you're meeting someone or your close friend's partner where you're like, okay, let's see what this interaction is like?
I think this is so like relatable for people listening because
Yeah.
it's so difficult. If you, and mind you, like she's amazing, by the way, right? So if we are to think about meeting someone, we get along with you really well. So if your partner is someone we can't get along with, it becomes so difficult because you're thinking at some point, if you guys get together and this is serious, then unfortunately we can't hang out as much because then you're going to bring your partner. We all have people in our lives that are in those scenarios currently, right? And so I think the biggest thing for me is, do I see my friend or my brother being themselves around that person? If they have to fake it and they're someone else, I'm going, this isn't going to last, or you're going to drift away because you're not being yourself. I didn't see that.
Yeah, look, for me, I think what you give is also what you get in return. So, in a large way, you can create an atmosphere and an environment where you're welcoming. And I think we're nice people, and I know you've been very scared of introducing your partner to us.
I think
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
You have
there's
been?
always been a sense of I need to feel safe with what I have in terms of how that's sort of going, and we sort of test the waters with that first before my world's introduced. And for those that don't know, I actually hate my worlds colliding. I don't like it. You guys don't mind it? Your worlds colliding, generally speaking, or you like
I don't have that
indifferent?
many worlds going on, bro.
I think for me, it is what it is,
Yeah.
right? Because whether it happens organically or you create it, it's bound to happen. There's no world where you can live parallel lives out. At some point, it's all going to go into one.
Yeah, I suppose for me, whilst having the lunch, I was just like, oh yeah, nervous for the first 2-3 minutes, and I'm like, should be all right.
Should have done this earlier.
Yeah, no, she gave off the, like Rav's mentioned, we know you extremely well, right? So we also know whether or not you're being yourself. But more than that, it's who is going to complement what you already bring to the table. And what she brought to the table, I was very impressed with.
Same.
Okay.
Very, very impressed.
Mind you, we haven't even spoken about
This
this.
feels like meeting the parents. This is what this feels like.
No,
the way that you guys are speaking about it is like, oh, yeah, son, we
So
approve.
when are you getting married?
So we approve. Yeah.
No, just very composed. She got she met dad as well. So that's
Mind you, this person hasn't met any adults.
I know.
My side of the family.
Adults. We're all adults. What are you talking
As
about?
in, like the next generation of adults.
okay.
Sorry.
And it was like, you know what? Dad was like the perfect person to introduce because if you needed a culture shock or a person shock,
Right.
he would be the best person. And to see how she maneuvered through that, because you know Dad well and
Yeah.
how
How was that interaction? Because
it was very
Actually, I had
interesting.
missed this as well, by the way.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was busy shooting this
Dad
guy.
Dad was being dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
Dad was talking about how he's going to do this, he's going here, he's doing this, in dad way.
Yeah.
And she just kind of rolled with it. She was just rolling with it. And it just made me realize that I was like, one doesn't take herself seriously, which we don't either. And I love. Very composed, but also very receptive. Like,
I think we
didn't
spoke
come off from a place of, I'm going to be closed off and I'm going to have my guards up, or I'm not going to try and make conversation. Because that's happened in the past with other people. And, I've not been a fan.
We spoke about this afterwards, and I said, hey, one of the things I really appreciate about you is that she's able to like have conversations on her own without like being guided by
that's
anything.
good.
And I think it's like when you hang around with your mates, right, and you go to a social context or group event together, and there's a part of them that only wants to talk if you talk, and then they sort of contribute. Whereas I feel like she doesn't have that. There's more of a sort of like a self-understanding of like, hey, I'm just going to talk to this person as per normal, which I really appreciated. So it's like, are they getting along? Are they, and there wasn't any of those thoughts or fears, which is great. So for anyone who is potentially considering introducing your friends to your group, I mean, this is some dialogue around it. Any life advice for anyone about to go down that path?
So you'll never listen to this advice, and hopefully you never have to listen to it moving forward. But when introducing a partner, right, for the first time, in my head, logically, this is how I think about it. Is I would rather, once I know that, hey, like, yeah, like this person's all right, I'm ready to like see, maybe I can commit to this person. Let me see what the go is. I want to introduce them straight away to my closest people because maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've got the rose-colored glasses on. I'm seeing the best situation. And so I'd rather go, hey, come. And then that way I can figure it out if I'm wasting my time or not. And why I say hopefully we never have to go through this again is because hopefully you end up with this person long term, which is amazing. But yeah, that's my only advice is maybe that's how I look at it. I don't know about you. Would you do the same?
I think in more recently, I've realized that. And I think, I'm case in point in what you're saying, right? Which is my previous ex-girlfriends or ex-partners in this case haven't been the best for me, not because they were bad people, but just because we just weren't compatible. And, I think where I got the most honesty was from him. And you made me realize that it's probably best not preemptively introduce, but introduce at a time where you feel comfortable enough, or for that matter, go, hey, I don't think I know what I'm doing. I haven't done this well in the past. I would want someone who understands me as well as I understand myself, or as close to.
That's true.
Be that voice of reason. So,
Now, whether you listen to that is a whole different
That's a whole
story.
different
because
yeah.
We've also been in situations with people in our lives where they introduce us and we're like, bro, what is this? And they're still with them. So I'll let you guys decide who you are.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section below if you guys have an experience on this, which is very interesting. But anywho, that was part of my weekend, Robs.
Amazing. Well, the reason why we were all together was because I was like a speaker at one of these events, which is like a new home show. And so it was like one of the first times I've presented to an audience. And
you did extremely well, by the way.
Thank you. I think I did better than expected. And I think it just goes into like YouTube mode. I've done so many videos now. I've done live sessions now on YouTube. So it feels like I can articulate my words a little bit better now than I did, say, 3 years ago, whatever. So yeah, I was very happy with how it all went first time. And we recorded it. So it'll be on the YouTube channel if you guys are interested in property.
What I would say to you as my piece of feedback is you present really well. I think you present really well. You're articulate. You make, and to be honest with you, the reason why you are successful is because you make things that are very complex, very simplified, and for the average person to understand that doesn't have a finance or a real estate background. Where I think you really undersell yourself with is putting forward who you are. and what you have accomplished. I think because you are an extremely humble and grounded person, I know you don't like talking about what you've done and what you've achieved.
I went through that slide pretty quickly.
I know. I would have loved for you to spend a little bit more time on that, right? Because I think that in itself is because when you're speaking to a completely cold audience that doesn't necessarily know who you are, I think when you start focusing your attention more on that, you just naturally get more authority over the room. And it's not as though you need it, because I think you've done extremely well on all facets. But I think just as a point of reflection, you just need to get more comfortable with being comfortable talking about yourself.
That's very good advice.
So that's my 2 cents.
Do you think it's like
Very
that
good
fine
advice.
line between ego and confidence?
I think it's because I've seen it done so badly and poorly
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
That I feel like I don't want to go down that path remotely to sound like it, but I totally agree. Like, a lot of smart people, smarter than me, talk about you have to, because these people don't know who you are.
Yep.
So if you are walking in and people watch your YouTube channel and they know who you are, fantastic. You don't really have to cover it.
Yep.
That's why at the start of my YouTube videos, I've changed what I say now. And I say, like, this is the portfolio, this is what I do. And it's like that 3 seconds of authority that you can build and build that trust. But I need to be doing it a lot more. Because, there was a slide there and I was like, I'm not talking about myself. Like, we need to continue moving forward.
Now you
but
gotta
for
talk about
someone who's
yourself.
never heard of me, they're like, who's this guy?
Yeah. Because,
that makes sense.
because your entire presentation was from a position of authority, from a position of, look, I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm talking about. But it can be miscommunicated when they themselves don't know what you've done. It's like talking about a subject and going, I'm like, it's like one of those, I saw a lead magnet the other day on YouTube about a guy talking about content. I think I mentioned this to you as well, where he was using you as a blueprint to go
I saw
why
that.
they're
I remember
successful.
seeing this. Yeah, I remember
And I'm just
seeing
like,
this.
who are you to be in a position to talk about others that have done this well, organically, naturally, when we haven't seen you do it? So it's like you are an authority over the subject matter, but you haven't actually done it yourself. Whereas in your case, you have. So you should really own that and be proud of it too.
I suppose it's what you say to me all the time, which I also fail to say.
Actually, yeah.
It's like
you too.
When I've been shooting weddings for 9 years, and someone's asked me, "Oh, like, have you been abroad?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've done a few countries." And
I've downplayed it.
I've dabbled. It's like you guys always give me feedback to find that self-confidence, self-esteem to actually say it. And again, like, I've always been cautious about that because for me sometimes doubles into the field of ego, which I don't want, and that's not really me, and like arrogance and whatnot. But there is a beautiful side of confidence and competence, which people want to see. Because I think when I do my consult calls with clients, I realize when they have confusing questions, I'm like, no, actually, you want to do it this, and this, and that. You don't want to do this. And when they see that, there's a sense of like gratitude that I can see from that conversation. And I would imagine anyone in that seat, that you're sitting to in the audience, they go, well, why the F would we trust this guy in the first place?
Everyone's coming from a place of like, you're being skeptical about what you listen to.
That's valid.
So it makes complete sense. I love that.
That's
okay.
valid.
Next time.
Okay. All right. For the next seminar, we'll catch up.
But that's why we all caught up.
Yeah.
And at the new home show as well, Dad goes, oh, they've got a little booth here.
Oh
it's
my
the theater room
God.
booth. And I was like, I love that stuff. And he's like, come, let's go check it out. So we checked it out for like 3 seconds. You sat in there as well. What do you think?
It was loud and pretty sick for a $45,000 investment. That was what that said. Yeah. And yours was how much?
Well, mine's like 110.
Oh, okay.
But
So
that's
I
what
could
I was
only
trying to
imagine.
that's what I was trying to explain. Like after you guys left, I was trying to explain that to Dad. I was like, oh, like the stuff they have in there for $45,000 is amazing. That's exactly what you want. When you're starting at ground zero, like right now, to give you context, or anyone listening, I have a living room which has a 75-inch TV, no sound bar, and it echoes a lot in my place.
Right.
To going from there to a dedicated cinema room that's going to cost me $100,000, if I went and spent $20,000, I would have been really happy because I've gone from ground zero. And so I was trying to explain that to Dad, that I'm building a dream home and I don't want the regret of anything and I don't want to upgrade later. I was saying to him, don't compare it to what I'm getting, because he kept saying, he's like, oh, is that what your one has? And I was like, you're spending twice as much. Like, that's me going and saying, oh, in the room that I got shown that's $400,000 worth, am I going to say, is this the same as that? Like, is it going to sound like that? Well, of course not.
Of course not. Yeah. I'm excited for this theater room because for the 3 seconds I sat in there, I'm like, whoa. That was 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I can imagine a full movie and what that experience would feel like.
Did you sit on like the seat?
Yep.
It felt like a cinema, eh?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You felt like you're in a cinema.
That's the brand that we got.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So walk me through, because you've got a cinema room, and that's for when a movie comes out and you want the full experience. But then you've also got your lounge room where like you've got Netflix and stuff. So say for instance,
So the cinema room
Yeah.
can play everything.
okay, even Netflix as well.
Netflix and everything.
Okay, cool.
Right? So if I want to watch something, I will go in there. But if I'm like, casually we're going to view something, like I don't know what casually is anymore because it's going to be different. But if we're like sitting in the living room and there's like multiple people and they just want to sort of like, oh, play it in the background, you play it there.
Okay, right. Because different rooms, different reasons, right?
Correct. And then I've got a TV in my personal bedroom. And that's going to be for the times that, because again, I'm open, right? People are going to come over. I've got kids now. So, well, I've got one kid.
Kids, plural.
Let's not get carried
Yeah,
away.
all right,
guys.
mate. Okay.
So having people around means if I want that escape of me watching the Warriors, I just want to watch the NRL in my own space, I don't have to bother anyone. I go to my room, I watch it. That's it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, interesting.
You do you, boo.
Yeah.
That's it.
You do you.
All right. I'm very excited to see this play out for April, potentially.
Please.
Next
6 weeks.
I'm so keen to see your entire DVD collection. Moving on, main segment. One of two segments. Outdated life advice. Before I actually dive into this, can you guys think of just anything off the top of your head that is like outdated life advice? Something that your parents would have said to you, which at the time would have gone, oh, that's all I know now because this is what my parents said. But something that made you go, I guess this is the way it's supposed to be done.
I got told that uni was really important. Go to uni, you have to get a degree. Do well in school so you can go to uni.
The classic one, buying your own backyard.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely dated.
Yep. For investing in property.
I basically found a BuzzFeed article that essentially commented on the most common outdated life advice, and I thought we could just discuss it. It's a very casual segment and see how it all sort of pans out. Okay, so the first one, just go to college and you'll succeed by default.
Oh, there you go.
I think there's a wild stat of how many people go and graduate and actually are unemployed.
Well,
crazy.
Isn't the admissions rate into uni and college is declining? Like, aren't people genuinely? I'm pretty sure I remember reading into this. Like, there's less and less people going into uni now, which is why,
maybe as a percentage, there'll be less people going in. But I think in terms of like total cohort, I think there's more people because there's more people in Australia at least. I think there's more people going to uni because I think they've lowered the barrier to get into uni. Because now, I mean, like I think it's the AITA when it was my time. It was the UAI. Was it UAI for you?
I don't even remember.
University Admission Index or some shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is now, but it used to be like, hey, if you get 95, you get into this uni, and you could just go to another uni for a year and then just transfer anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like it's become a bit of a joke. Like everyone goes, you do the same subjects, and then you just need 51 to pass, and then you got the degree. But then what does degree mean?
Yeah, correct. And I think with the realization of HECS and how much people are paying, the trade-off doesn't seem worth it if you think about it, right?
100%.
Like, you get a degree, a piece of paper that says you're qualified in something, but in return, you also have an amount of debt next to your name already before you even start working.
Yep.
Before you've acquired any assets, which also stops borrowing capacity, as we know.
Well, what I would say is on Friday, I went to UNSW for this performance, right? And that's the uni I went to. And what I did realize as I was going down memory lane on Anzac Parade, there were a lot more uni accommodation sort of setups.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot more buildings for it. Without deep diving into the statistics side of things, I would say just based on what I saw and observed, there were a lot more foreign students than local ones. Because you can just tell when someone's a foreign student versus a local one. But I would say the popularity of institutions or universities hasn't died or become redundant. I think barriers have lowered, but I think it's naturally attracted a whole different host of individuals from countries that look at our university system as premium or one of the premium ones. So I think it's just lowering the barrier of entry and now attracting a different audience completely.
Also, the unis are making a shitload
Yeah.
of foreign students.
Correct. Yep.
So they've probably realized, you know what? Local guys do not want to come here anyway. We're going to earn 3 times as much and it's not going to be on HECS. Let's go for that target market instead.
Well, I graduated 10, 11 years ago, right, from university. The amount of infrastructure build and spend I've seen when I went in is insane. Like there are so many new buildings and upgrades and renovations that have happened.
Got to get the money from somewhere.
Got to get the money from somewhere. Next one, the customer's always right. Thoughts?
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I've been running a service-based business for a while now, and it is definitely not the case. And I'll tell you why. Like, we're in like real estate, investing in wealth building. If a customer comes to me and says, well, I think I should do it this way, it's like, yes, tell me with the many years of experience of how you think that is the right answer. It is not.
What do you think, in what context do you think that sentence ever makes sense, if it does? Is there any context that applies?
No, I think it's everyone's on an equal playing field. If you're an idiot as an employee or you're an idiot as a client, you're an idiot. Like, let's have a logical conversation, take accountability. You mucked up here, you mucked up here. Let's see what the solution looks like. It's not blanket rule, you're always right. What the hell?
Yeah, I think it goes back to, when you were going through the process of your car
Yes.
and you were like, I was waiting for that experience where someone would just come and sell to me. I think the same ideology or theory has been used in the more transactional sales side of things. So like customer service, a pure customer service, like retail and stuff like that, where it's like they'll do what it takes to get the sale. And if that means that a customer has asked for X, Y, and Z and you haven't delivered on it, well, the customer's right, you're not right. Even though you may have sound advice or sound rationale behind it, I think that's where it comes from.
Definitely outdated, that one.
Yeah.
You should love family no matter what.
No, I also don't agree with that one. There's plenty of family members we don't talk to anymore.
Yes.
I've realized
Just be a good human.
Yeah. I've
Yes.
realized as I've gotten older, two things. Number one, your friends are more family than anything. And number two, there's a beautiful, beautiful, sweet part of adulthood where you have logic and common sense go.
Yep.
And you realize that how your parents or your aunties or uncles acted, you're like, you're an effing idiot. And when you have the confidence at like 18, maybe 18 to start calling shit out, there's always a beautiful part, right? Even with like your parents where they did something and your brain is going, why the F would you do that?
Yeah.
I just love that feeling because you're slowly starting to become an adult who can make decisions for themselves and question right from wrong, right? And then calling out your parent, which is also and anyone who's a South Asian or an ethnic person in this part would know that's a big no-no. You don't do that shit. But I imagine, Ari grows up to be 18 and he's like...
I think he's going to be doing it before 18.
You reckon?
I reckon at 14, start giving me some advice. Kid, let's figure it out. Dad, why'd you do that? No, I think it comes from a good place. If it's like you have that environment that allows for it. Like you grow up in, different environments like we possibly have before where it's like, no, respect your elders, they're always right. It's like, why? You did something dumb. Let's call it out.
Yeah, no, I think we're very quick to get rid of people that aren't family, that may be not good for us. They're toxic, whatever the case may be. But I think it's our generation that are sort of bending the rules of what have been preconceived notions of sticking by family no matter what. I mean, we've seen it time and time again, in our extended families as well. We've all experienced it. But yeah, extremely outdated in terms of sticking around for people that may not want to stick around for you.
Valid. Next one, wealth comes from hard work.
Yeah, you got to work hard.
Let me challenge that. Is buying Pokemon cards and selling it for $500,000
That's
hard work?
working smarter.
It is hard though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think about it. You got to go sit there and do the hours of research. You got to get the emotions versus the logic. It's hard work.
That is valid.
Looks easy, but it's hard.
Do you think it's just hard work for you, or do you think you've also leveraged how to do it smarter?
Well, you can only figure out the smart way once you put the hard work in. How do you know what smart work is?
Okay, so for you, the origin is always hard work.
Yep, you got to start with the grunt, the hours of work. Like I've watched those videos where I was like, I have to start from scratch. I don't know anything about this. Once you figured out the basics and the foundation, then maybe we can get a bit smarter in how we approach it.
Fair enough. Karthik, yourself?
That concept of work smarter, not harder. I disagree. I think it's both.
Yep.
So I think when someone says, optimize or be efficient, I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't disqualify hard work. And I think people who think, that you should only take the hard way that's like half the equation. You should also be efficient with your timing too. So it's like a bit of both, 6, 7. But I think when it comes to things like wealth only comes from hard work, I think the concept of how to generate wealth has only ever been a preconceived notion of X, Y, Z, which was degree, job, like mortgage, traditional routes. And I think the new concept of building wealth is actually where you're thinking a bit more smarter, but that doesn't disqualify actually working hard too.
Yep.
Just
Agreed.
random thoughts.
Like that.
Good things come to those who wait.
Patience, yeah.
Delayed gratification. Yes, I don't think that's outdated.
See, what's interesting is I thought you guys would go the opposite. I thought you go, no, you got to take action. So I thought it was sort of, that's where I thought you guys would have led with
Good
that.
things come to those who wait. I think we've interpreted that as delayed gratification.
Like you still got to put the action, but the
Yeah.
results come later.
yeah.
If you just wait for something
I
good
am
to happen,
waiting. Give me something. Don't think it works.
If a girl says no, that means try harder.
That's how people end up in jail.
And I mean, I'm very quick to say Bollywood does this really, really well.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I
Persistence
agree.
is what matters.
I agree.
Not the no.
I think movies have taught us otherwise. I think we get taught, especially as men, is you need to try so someone can get their attention on you and go, oh, maybe this guy's onto something and maybe he's worth it. But that's where you end up as a creep with an AVO against your name.
Yeah.
It's like that show. What was it? You?
Yes.
You. It's like you just target acquired.
Kept going.
That's an extreme end. By the way, just anywho.
If it's a no, it's a no.
Okay.
Walk away.
In any other case, do you think that could be challenged to go? Maybe.
The way I see it is if someone's saying no to you and you believe it should be otherwise, you need to let them get there naturally. And if they can't get there naturally, they're not your person.
I like it.
Interesting.
Why should you force someone to say yes?
It depends on what level as well. Like if they go, hey, I don't want to try, chocolate ice cream. No. Like there's levels to it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
maybe
You're
have a
going
bit of a
straight
try.
for they're already on the date. I'm saying, how do we get to the date in the first
Oh,
place?
yeah. Now that sounds like you're a creep.
Yeah, fair. That's valid. Do something you love and you'll never work another day in your life.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
I do like that one though.
Why don't you like it?
No, I do like that one.
Oh, okay. It just
Yeah.
sounded like you.
No, I do like that one. This is entire article
But
saying,
keep in mind, like even this idea that everyone thinks, oh, you'll do something you love and it'll be the best part of your life. There's going to be shit that you don't like doing.
Yes.
Like, come on. I've always thought about it with, I've told you guys, like, alternative universe. Maybe I would be a Pokemon card dealer, right? And I've thought like I'd make content about Pokemon and this and that. And then I was like, yeah, but then there's also parts of that role that I wouldn't like. And so like I got to package things and send it. I got to do admin emails. I got to upload. I don't like that stuff. So everything's got parts that you don't like, parts that
fully
you don't like.
agree. Even as a wedding photographer, yeah, shooting is fun, but there's a bunch of crap I still don't like. But yeah, that's valid. You shouldn't live with someone before you marry them.
Well, you and I have.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have. And I know in your case, you've got 100% success rate.
100% success rate.
What I will say is I think it is necessary to an extent. I think it's necessary to an extent to understand how you would work with them in confined areas. But at the same time, I think there is also a world that if you feel like it's right for you, as in that person's right for you, which I think this person is, by the way.
Thank you.
I think Rav's probably resonates with it as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Okay, thank
That
you.
I think even if you guys were to take that step of potentially moving in together, I don't think you'll see a different outcome.
See, what's interesting is I'm in a line of work as a South Asian wedding photographer where a lot of the clients that I meet, naturally there's a curiosity of, oh, hey, how do we get here? I ask them, oh, so what's the plan? Plan being, are you guys living with each other? Are you moving in? Or how does it all sort of work? And I would say if I could look at that from a percentage, I would say 60 to 70% don't live with each other. Because they're South Asian, perhaps a bit more traditional on that front, traditional parents and whatnot. And so when I think about this statement saying you shouldn't live with someone before you marry them, and I look at those relationships, I still can see some success rate in that. Like there is still a valid element of their relationship. And I think granted, they've been taught culturally from their parents that we don't really do this, it's a bit of a taboo thing. So I can understand that perspective. Is it the only way? Of course not, right? Like, I still believe you should try before you buy. I think you should test the road a little bit, like make sure everything's sort of compatible. But I don't know, some people are big on it, some people aren't.
I agree to Deep's point, which is it's not a non-negotiable, but it also depends on if you're seeing that person, if you're traveling with that person, you're spending time with that person. Like traditionally, like if you talk about me and Sanjo, we used to see each other for like 2 hours a week for at least like a couple of years of our relationship. You're not going to see anything apart from a highlight reel. So when we started traveling together, you start seeing different environments, stress. And then when we moved in together, you start learning a lot more about each other. So I don't think it's necessary, but I think, bro, imagine you moving in with someone you've never traveled with. You've never spent more than like a couple of hours a week. And then you spend the first night and then the next morning you realize they're freaking weird and they like do sleepwalking and shit. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
get scared. Bro, that's it.
That's valid.
straight. Like, it's the opposite of what we said in the last episode. Straight pregnant. This is straight divorce, bro. If you sleepwalk, I'm out. Sorry.
Right.
Well, isn't there still a statistic? I mean, we can have a look at this afterwards or whatever the case may be, but arranged marriage is the highest.
Arranged marriage apparently is statistically more likely to work out than love marriages.
than love marriage. But I think to that point, it's like most of these people are meeting maybe a handful of times. And I feel like the arranged marriage style has changed, obviously, to adapt to the new generation. But I would still say that there are probably a lot of people that walk into that go, I don't even know this about you. But now that I'm married to you, we're going to just make it work.
Do you think, though, the people that are getting arranged marriages are also too traditional to get a divorce?
Well, there's, I think, a hidden divorce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
So
divorce
then
is
it's
bad,
skewed, isn't
and
it?
yeah, it's not really a good thing.
Yeah.
It does force people to work through their problems, assuming there's scope for that. You never really know.
Moving on.
Last few. So where were we? Fake it till you make it.
No, I don't like that one.
Why?
Because there's only so much you can fake. Like, go for an interview, you can fake it, and then you get to the main job and you're like, oh, I'm going to fake it till I make it. No, you can't, because you're getting paid from day one. Like, we'll give you training, but you got to figure it
This
out.
is interesting, but I'll comment in a bit. Go, Deeps.
I'm of the belief that you can only fake it till you make it on things that, to the point you just made there with interviews, right? It's like sometimes you're probably maybe just slightly punching in terms of what you're after, but you are very quietly confident with knowing you can excel in that particular role. And that may not necessarily be, shown in a performative way, whether it's on your CV or at face value, but you know you can quietly do it, right? So I think there's some restrictions towards that fake it till you make it idea, but I think if it's going to instill or allow for a greater sense of confidence on the basis there's a sense of awareness there, then I think there's some room for it.
So just on the notes section on this is what it actually says, that confidence helps, which is what you're saying basically, but pretending to have skills you don't can damage trust and credibility.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I think that's where probably
Yeah,
people
That's
get
silly.
it wrong. Yeah.
That's silly.
Which is interesting. And then the final one, stick to one career path, being loyal to one company for your entire career.
Thank you.
Next, no
Why?
explanation required.
Nope.
As much as I'd love everyone to stay here, one company person, stay here at Search Property for ages, it's not reality.
There was that concept of, when a kid asks their parent, when a parent asks their kids, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And that conversation comes out from a parent's side saying, oh, you could be whatever you want. You could be whatever you like. Do you reckon you would do that with Ari? Like, you can be whatever you'd like? Or would you go, hey, you probably have sets of skills.
Yeah,
and-
I'd probably do that.
Yeah, okay, valid.
He's been like, I want to be a basketball player. And he's like 5 foot. And I'm like, bro, it's not going to happen.
First
Let's
thing
be
he's gonna
But
do-
hang on, no. I reckon in the love of your eyes of your son coming to you and being like, Dad, this is what I really want to do.
This is Ravs we're talking about.
No.
I think so. And if not,
If not, like, let's say
Hang on,
I
but
let him
this
do
bloke
it.
was the same guy that says, I don't talk to people, I don't like people. Next minute gives birth, or his partner gives birth. All of a sudden he's like, I want everyone over. And I'm saying that as a basis of this guy's changed within the span of an hour from when that happened. I think I think there could be a point where he changes.
my expectation from the two of you would be, and this is what I would hope you guys would expect too, is that if my kids say, I want to do this, and you know that I've got the rose-colored glasses on, I would need someone to go, hey, by the way, Deeps, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, if his kid...
so we just sort of hold each other's accountable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
we're not holding each other's anything.
As
We're
in-
just holding each
Oh,
other accountable.
yeah.
No.
But, like, if... Let's just say, firstly, I think Ari's going to be, like, 6'3", 6'4", because both
yeah, I
parents
reckon
are
he's going to
tall.
be a tall kid.
But let's just say he doesn't make it there, right? And wants to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, son, that's a great idea. And you tell me, I'll be like, the dog shit idea. Don't do it.
But is this
You're
like-
I know
learning
how to
this
get
growth.
over it, but if I, like, let's say we go, let's give him a chance.
Yeah.
I would go and hire the best basketball players to go and give him a reality check.
Yeah, humble him.
Go play.
Humble him,
But
yeah.
play against that team there.
Yeah.
And they're going to absolutely wipe him.
But do you not? Hang on. This is interesting because if I had a kid and the kids say 10, they're a child, literally a child, and they've got these aspirations of doing, say they want to become a singer and they got the shittest voice.
Kill their dreams there and then. Don't waste your time. I know what the next 15 years looks like for you.
I don't know if I'd have the heart. Of course, self-awareness is key, by the way. I don't know if I'd have the heart to be like, you're a shit singer.
Well,
Follow
you-
your strengths.
You said at 10, right?
Yeah.
So maybe at 10, you let them do what they need to do. right? Whether they'll either get to a point where they'll go, oh, I don't like this, because who likes anything at 10? Let's be honest.
Plus, if you're shit at it, they're not going to like it.
Correct.
Fair.
Or you get to a point where you're like, okay, now you're 16 or 18, you're still going at it. Sit them down and be like, do you really think this is working out for you?
But say Daddy Deeps, I really like this.
No, my kids aren't calling me daddy.
Well, maybe your 16-year-old daughter, perhaps. Hey, Daddy.
Dude, what the
I don't know. Dad,
why would they call you daddy?
Sorry.
What is wrong with you?
Dad. Sorry, Dad. Okay, I'm a pretend kid. But Dad, I'm. What was the example? Singing, right?
Bro, what is going on?
Hang on.
Do you want someone to call you daddy?
Sing. Well, let's just talk about singing. As the
Okay.
example. Okay, so Dad, I'm 16 in this context.
However old you want to be.
All right, 16. Dad, but I really like singing, and I'm so passionate about it.
Sure.
And I reckon I could make a career out of it.
Okay, great. So I guess leading up to that conversation, I have encouraged and sent them to singing school, sent them to vocalist training and all that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Because, I mean, we've seen Indian Idol juniors and all that sort of stuff and how good they are at a very young age.
Absolutely.
So I think at that point, you've at least done enough for you to prove to me whether or not you're a good singer or not.
Yep.
But it's going, okay, if you don't want to take my word for it, let's take you to a
But
professional.
how would you have that conversation? So, Dad, I want to sing.
talk to him.
I
Okay.
want to sing, and I believe I have what it takes.
Son, how long have you been singing for again? Just remind me.
Well, I mean, I've always liked singing since 10.
Okay, but how much have you done it? Like, how much singing have you done?
Oh, like just around the house, and I've
Sure.
been told by like my neighbors I'm really good,
Okay.
and my friends tell me that
Right.
I'm really good.
I've heard you.
Okay.
I think there's definitely like improvement to be made. But in saying that, if you believe you can genuinely sing, we should take you to a professional to see whether or not you have the ability to do that.
But do
let's
you
start
not
there
believe
first.
in me, Dad?
It's not that I don't believe in you. I'm not a singer. So I might
That's
hear
good
you.
shit.
That's good shit.
I might hear you and think, you know what, you're my son. I love you. Despite how shit you may be or may not be, I'm going to tell you you're great at whatever you do. Within reason, right?
Within reason.
But within reason. Like, come on, let's be real. You're 16. Let's have more honest conversations with each other, all right?
Dad, but I thought...
Just relax. Just take it easy. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic.
But Dad...
But
But Dad...
I want to be Guy Sebastian.
but we need to take you to well, see at this point, if you're gonna keep
You suck, man.
Uncle Ravi? Uncle Ravi, what?
You freaking suck.
Uncle Ravi?
Kurta da pajama. Yeah, look, to be honest with you, I think I'm not the person to tell you whether or not you can sing. I think we need to take you to a professional to see whether or not you can
Yep.
sing.
Okay, cool. So if you ever have a kid who asks you for singing advice, we know how
I
exactly...
don't give the advice. We'll take you to a professional and then we'll take it from there.
I've heard many people sing for hours and hours, and you're shit. You're freaking shit, man.
You're freaking shit, man. All right, moving on to the last and final segment. So last week we had a really fun time with Am I the Arsehole segment. So we
Yes.
came back with another one.
I watched this episode, by the way, with Sanjo because
Yep.
she loves watching it. She was dying, and she was like, before we answered, she paused it and she goes, "Can I answer?" And I said, "Yeah, of course."
Oh, so you actually played this out?
Yeah, I played it out because
Oh,
she
wow.
was like, "Oh, pause. I want to tell you what my thoughts are, and then we'll see what does what." And
Oh,
I said,
okay.
"Okay, cool." I imagine some people do this at home. And I said, "Okay, who do you think is the asshole?" And she goes, "It is 100% the lady." So she was on my side, and I said, "Interesting." She goes, "What do you think?" I was like, "Well, you're about to find out." And then we watched the episode. She was just like, "Why would they disagree with this?" And I was like, "I get it. We're on the same page, and as long as
that's
we're
all
on the
that
same
matters.
page,
That's all that
we're
matters.
good."
That's all that matters.
I fully stand by what me and Deep say. You guys are a complete outlier here. Like, unfortunately, you don't represent the entire population of
I get it.
relationships that exist
If any.
at all. At genuinely all. I would not be comparing my
So take
relationship
my
with
opinions
yours.
very, very, very lightly.
All right, am I the arsehole? Okay, so for some background context, I'm 18, female, a full-time freshman college student living out of state. My parents have been helping me with college for now in addition to loans. I'm not working, but I've made some money doing art comms and am doing good. My parents knew that I officially hit $200 in earnings from my comms, which was exciting. But I came home from the spring break and they told me that I'm getting a gift of a new laptop. My current laptop is old, but working just fine. I was happy about this until they informed me that I have to pay around $800 of it, including the money I've made so far. I have 6 months to pay it off, and I can use it in the interim, but I don't need a new computer. I had something I wanted for money I've been making. My parents say that I'm ungrateful for not accepting the gift because they are paying around $400. But it still feels like less of a gift and more of making me buy something. Also, my dad will get my current computer. Thoughts?
What the F? Firstly, 18 and $200 and you're getting excited? What dud is excited by $200? And I don't care if someone's offended, but 18 and $200, what the F?
So, my Deeps, what are your thoughts?
Is this real? Or you
This
made
is
it
real.
up?
This is a genuine, this was a real Reddit post.
So freshman year would be year one, like first year of uni.
First year of uni.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you made $200 in commission.
Currently, yeah.
Whatever you're doing, stop because it's not working.
You're freaking shit, man.
You bloody shit. Okay.
And was there a reason? So what it sounds like by the end of it is the parents, the
So
dad
let me
wants a new laptop.
TLDR. Basically, hey, here's a gift. It's $200. I paid for it, but you got to pay the remainder $800. That's what it is.
So it's not a gift.
Yeah, so,
Correct.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm
it sounds
basically-
like it's because they want the old computer for the father. Firstly, I understand why the 18-year-old only has $200 because the flop dad can't buy himself a computer.
So this is the dad's fault, essentially.
100%.
But what are your thoughts on someone gifting you a gift but saying you have to pay for the
So
remainder?
it's not a
That's not a
gift.
gift.
It's not a gift,
It's
right?
not a gift.
Correct.
Exactly.
He
and
shouldn't have
that's-
been posed that way.
Yeah, so majority of the comment section for this entire piece was saying you're not the arsehole.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Us, we're on the same page,
Yeah,
guys.
we're all on the
Alright,
same page.
Congratulations.
So there's another one, which
Yeah,
is
go
another
for
short
it.
one,
Yeah.
and then we can wrap up. I, 25 female, recently got married to my 25 male husband in Bali. It was a destination wedding, but my parents and his parents paid for their own plane tickets and hotel, but we paid for our friends' plane tickets and hotel stays. Each plane ticket was about $2,000 USD, and hotel was maybe around $150 to $300 for the week. My friend Gemma brought
Gemma.
brought along her newly wedded husband John along, but paid for his plane ticket. The problem is that Gemma and John did not show up to my wedding. Gemma took the free plane ticket to Bali and the hotel room, and when I asked her why she didn't show up, and she said that since they couldn't afford their own honeymoon, that this was a perfect opportunity, and that John decided that he didn't feel like going. I was really hurt by this since Gemma and I have been friends over 10 years. Will I be the asshole if I took her to small claims court for the money I spent on the plane ticket and hotel? Mind you, I can keep going, but that's because there's a lot of updates to this. So
Go more.
are you sure?
go deeper,
Okay,
go deeper.
update. I messaged Gemma per multiple comments advising me to invoice her for the plane ticket and hotel room, but I did something a little better. I wanted to get proof, so if I had to go to court, it would be easier to win. I messaged her this. Hey, sorry for being so distant, but I just wanted to talk to you about Bali. I'm hurt that you didn't show up to the ceremony. I pulled a lot of strings to ensure that you could come, and then you didn't show up. But you think I paid for the trip just so you could have a honeymoon with John? She replied, I've missed you a lot, and I know the trip was for your wedding, but John didn't want to go because he felt like your wedding ruined the illusion of the trip being our honeymoon and that you'd understand.
Dude, what the hell?
I replied, no, I don't understand. You took advantage of me, and that's not what real friends do. So I'm sending you an invoice of $2,387.53 for the cost of the plane ticket and the hotel room. I will give you 30 days, and after that, I will be taking legal action.
Boom.
I received no response, but she's been posting subliminal quotes on Instagram that are along the lines of entitled friends are having snakes in your life. Thank you for all your verdicts and help. There's another update. Do I keep going or do you guys want to discuss?
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh my God.
One more.
I don't think this would get worse, but here we are. I didn't respond to any of the subliminal messages she posted about me on social media, and I've been very quiet while I've been getting my ducks in a row for a litigation. But this past Friday, she sent me a 3-page audit of financial and emotional contributions from 2015 to present. I wish I was fucking joking. The audits. She itemized every dinner or lunch we've ever ate together. She estimated $18 per meal, gas money for driving to and from hangouts, a birthday gift from 2017. And she now claims that she went into debt for time spent emotionally supporting me after my dad passed. One time she helped me move apartments. She wants to be paid for her labor and an emotional distress caused by me threatening litigation. Her grand total, this is from the entire summary, was $2,412.09, which is conveniently
I'm coming to collect.
which is conveniently within $25 of what I invoiced her. She then told me that if we're really keeping score, that I actually owe her $24.56. I think I stared at the document for 10 minutes in silence in shock from the audacity because this bitch is delusional. To clarify, I never asked her to cook for me whilst I was in college. She did pay for lunches, but I definitely returned the favor big time once I graduated. I bought her many gifts over the years, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of it.
Holy crap.
General thoughts. Where are we at, lads?
Well, congratulations on making more than $200 in commission to pay for friends.
I agree.
Yes,
Tickets.
firstly,
Unlike
well
the very-
done.
yeah,
Well done on
first
that.
read it.
Gemma's a cow.
Gem is a cow.
John's a bigger cow.
Oh my God.
Couldn't pay for his own little honeymoon, so he's now...
He's made it about himself. It's crazy.
These are the comment sections. There was a quid pro quo. If you come to my wedding, I will pay your airfare and hotel. Or if I pay for your airfare and hotel, you will come to my wedding. Any answer in the affirmative will be a contract. Sounds like she already has enough evidence to make that case explicitly. Another one said, you are not an asshole. Your friend is an asshole here, but I can't see you winning any sort of claim. Legally, you gifted her a plane ticket and there was no contract. She had to come to the wedding. That got 9,800 likes.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to get the money. And honestly, I don't think she should spend time doing it. She's probably saved herself a lot more heartache by getting rid of someone for that cost. There's been times where those things have happened. You're like, if I've now technically paid, and this actually you should probably think about it, is if I've paid $2,000 odd to now remove someone like this who was actually a snake, that's
cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap.
That's cheap.
Like the return on that would
Yeah,
be a
the
lot
amount of
better.
time she's spending on doing these things, like, tells you how petty the other person is as well. What the hell, man? People are wild.
Yeah, that's cracker.
You know
eh?
what I've realized though? More times than not, you really see the true essence of someone in your life during a time of a major milestone, whether it be marriage, whether it be a baby or whatever the case may be. But especially during marriages, how many times have you heard friendships falling over?
I agree. It's a very high stress, high pressure environment, high emotional environment as well. Yeah, that's pretty messed up though.
But
yeah.
keep them coming. This is so good.
I love this segment.
Yeah, so I think just to clarify, the asshole in this segment was the friend,
Gemma and John.
Gemma and John.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
And we're done.